Cimoooooooo! What's going on, guys? It's Cimo, and welcome to Throwback Thursday, a new weekly series where we look at some broke-ass cards from the anime and apply them to the current meta. Now, for this first debut episode, we're going to be looking at a card from the very first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh!, and that's the Negative Energy Generator. Now, for those of you who don't know what this card does, I'll go ahead and let Kaiba explain.
The Negative Energy Generator. It multiplies my monster's attack by 3. It multiplies my monster's attack by 3.
Triple a monster's attack! Like, okay. If this card were to have current PSCT, it would be something along the lines of target one dark monster you control, triple that monster's original attack. But even so, that's just absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't go away at the end of the turn. It doesn't destroy the monster in the end phase. Like, there's no downside to this card. That turns like a Dark Arm Dragon into an 8,400 attack monster. Not to mention, too, that it's a free special summon, and you can banish the 3 monsters in grave that you needed to summon it, and blow up 3 cards in your opponent's field. Like, what the fuck? And then you also have it in the context, look at something like Burning Abyss. Sure, the Burning Abyss monsters aren't that powerful, but if you play this card, you can turn Graph into a 3k beater. You can turn Seer into a 4,800 attack point monster. Hell, you can even use this on DOWNERD Magician. DOWNERD Magician's original attack is 2,100. That goes up to 6,300, not to mention the 2 materials that it'll probably have underneath it, making it a 6,700 attack point monster with piercing. Like, that is just fucking insane. And take a look at Shadow's. I mean, you can turn Winda into a 6,600 attack monster that makes it so that your opponent, and you, I guess, as well, can only special summon once per turn, and it can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effect. That's pretty fucking terrifying. And even if you take something like a dragon, which just has a 1,900 base attack, you can make that 5,700. Like, oh my god, this card would be just insane if this card existed right now. And for those of you who didn't realize, King of the Feral Imps is dark, so you could turn your King of the Feral Imps into a 6,900 attack monster. Not to mention you're going to get your free Gigabyte off of the detach from the King of the Feral Imps. So, just aside from that alone, being able to turn King of the Feral Imps into a 6,900 beater is pretty nuts. Like, quite honestly, I think EVILSWARM would be a thing if this card existed, because Negative Energy Generator would have complete synergy with the entire deck, and not to mention, it would turn OPHION into a 7,650 attack monster. Like, you thought dealing with OPHION on 2,550 was bad? Try 7,650, because that's just the fucking nuts. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Negative Energy Generator. I mean, a lot of us could argue that dark attributes have always been one of, if not the strongest attributes in the game, and this card would just only further solidify that claim if it were to exist in our current game. It's just absolutely crazy. And also be sure to let me know in the comments what cards you guys want to see on future episodes. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Cimoooooooo!